Hello YouTube, this is Mick Stardust, and this is my progress here after day one of construction of Luxury Towers 2.0. The theme that I'm trying to go for on this one has been more or less inspired from Theed on Naboo from Star Wars. It's kind of the style I'm looking for here. I was just testing out all of the different textures here on this mod pack, so I'm unfamiliar with it. This is at the moment, this is the only building that we have. That's a little bit of a fabrication. I started reconstruction on my pyramid. I decided after looking around at the original one, after I made all the floors and everything like that, the inside wasn't exactly as large as I wanted it to be. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to work this tower in to incorporate it with this dome at the moment. But I'm thinking kind of just fix it in with these roofs, kind of like that. And then I'm planning on maybe making this one giant balcony here, maybe. I'm not really too sure. Like I said, I just kind of make things up as I go along. So I've got to have some kind of a grand entryway though. So I think that right here, this is going to be the main entryway, I think. Which is kind of a shame because those towers are on the back. I'm using World Edit, you know, so I mean, worst case scenario, I can always cut and paste it and spin things around and stuff like that. But I think this little sun design, I don't know, my brother said he thinks it looks like an eyeball, but he's trying to make it look like a sun. I feel like looking at that from the water looks really nice. So anyway, coming back in here, this is going to be a little ledge here. So down there, the idea is to make kind of like a little beach resort kind of scene over there. And the entire building's going to have its own power supply. So that way, when players are renting rooms here, which is for convenience of roleplay, all right? I'm not going to try to limit people to where and what they can build, except for in and around the cities where all of the major buildings are and quests are going to be and everything like that. I think what I'd really like to try to do is something like, I've got this really cool mod. I haven't played around with it yet, but it's like server administration tools. I can't exactly remember the name of it. But, oh, it says I must be on a team. See, I don't even know how to use it yet, but I was watching a video on it, and it was really powerful tool. And basically, people can claim chunks, and nobody will be able to destroy anything that they have in it, or take any of their blocks and stuff like that, which would be really awesome for player-built faction bases and stuff like that. I'm not too sure how that will work, and maybe I'll just limit it to like player homes and not bases. I'm not not entirely sure. So yeah, these apartments, I think I'm gonna make roughly this size. That way players can plug into the electric grid that I'm running here. Oh, my lights have disappeared again. That's the second time. I might have to put glowstone in there. This illuminator, these illuminators are despawning every time I come back into the game. I don't understand why that is. It's really weird. Well, that was the look I was going for, but I don't know. I might have to. I don't know how I'm gonna work that in with glowstone, because everything was depending on these laying flat on the ceiling. And glowstone's gonna stick out a chunk. I might have to raise the whole building up a level so I can recess the glowstone in there, if that's what I have to. Oh man, I don't know. Well, I'll figure that out. Another idea that we had also was making another building, because we do have a couple of different mods in the game that give us options for power, even though they all use redstone flux, or well, most of them. Industrial Craft 2 uses electric units, which is completely different than redstone flux. Oh, I forgot to paint this wire. I'll have to come back and paint that later. I'm making all my wires pink. That way players can, when they run their own wires, they can make them whatever they want. So let's see what else is going on. Yeah, just back here is where our power battery bank is. I think that, I don't know, what's that, 4 million times 6 power storage should be sufficient enough for players to be able to do whatever they want, I think, within the city. I mean, the apartments aren't going to be huge, and it's not really going to be about doing too much crazy stuff. And also, I'm trying to encourage that as well, kind of limiting what they can do within the city to encourage people to expand and make their own player cities, essentially, you know. And hopefully that'll be a thing, you know, that somebody will kind of make their own thing. So I'm gonna just do a quick flyby. We've got another building laid out over here. Like I said, I got the pyramid. I'm gonna just go show the survey map off here real quick. Eventually, this entire area here is going to be a gigantic city. As you can see, this building's not on the map yet, but we are here, right there, and the hotel, or not the hotel, excuse me, the player apartment, luxury apartments, I'm not sure what I'm going to call that yet, that is in, I want to say it's right here, taking up all of this. I completely terraformed this section to match that building. So right now, I think if we loaded that onto the map, I think it'd be about that big. I'm not sure. I'd have to go. I'm gonna go survey again later, so that way we can. Yeah. So we've got car mods. They're not not the prettiest cars, but I think that they're fun. You know, because they're little blocks. It's like Minecraft, but they work. Okay, you need fuel to run them and everything else. So stuff like that to drive the economy and kind of make travel easier, but as well as limiting it. You know, I mean, encourage people to either do questing in the city to get money to buy the gas that they need, or to build something like the biodiesel, oh boy, I don't even know what you call them. So this is over here, this is where I'm putting the pyramid company, remaking this building here. So yeah, I'm going to encourage people to use this steampunk, what was it, like Gary's steampunk texture or something? I can't exactly remember. I'd have to take a look at it again and see what the name is. I'm going to try to encourage people to use this. It's not necessary at all. It's just that with our construction and everything like that, I'm using these blocks as our inspiration and everything like that as we're building, you know, because this is quartz, birchwood, so like everything looks different. So that's really having an impact on the architecture. I'm not sure what things are going to look like in a default skin. You know, I mean, I could always unload change my resource pack and come by and do another flyby with whoops. Yeah, do another flyby with the default textures on, but I'm not exactly. It's not what I'm doing at the moment. Just bear with me a second. I'm gonna actually resurvey this area here. Oh, I gotta put a map in there. These maps that we have are really awesome. They were added in from Bibliocraft. I like the idea of not having a map. I mean, I guess if it's a client-side map, there's nothing I can really do to prevent a player from using one. But I don't know. For a role-playing experience, you know, I don't have a HUD with a map display. You know, people have GPS on their phone, sure, but that's kind of what these maps do. You know, as well as you can always type the location command at any time. You know, so I feel like actually using the map would be more fun. I don't know. That's just me. Where's our map? There we go. So yeah, as you can see, this the city's going to be really immense. I've got my render distance turned down for the sake of making the videos, because I noticed, even though my computer's not a brick, but it's not exactly quite as intense as I hoped it was when I got it. So unfortunately, rendering and recording, my computer's just not as beefy as I'd like. I noticed that even with my animation, I can do some better quality models than I used to be able to do, but it's definitely not on point yet. These crazy expensive video cards that I really want, but I don't know. Can't have everything, I guess, right? There we go. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty much right up there. I think ultimately I might wind up bringing another tower out over here, and maybe even over here. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it, because I want it to look like a lot of towers and terraces with gardens and stuff like that. We've got a lot of mods that add in plants and stuff. It's been inspired by Deed, like I said. So that's just the one building anyway, and you know, pyramid company. I don't know what we're gonna call it yet. Pyre Core, maybe. I don't know. I gotta think of that. And then I've got to put in a new cyber core building somewhere. I don't know where I'm gonna put that. Up here, maybe. I think what we've done, minus this one building, is I'm working on this on and off with both of my brothers to make these mega structures. So I think that pretty much that's my district. My one brother is going to have this district, and my other one over here somewhere, something like that. And we're each going to kind of come up with our own story arcs, I think. So more or less, I don't know. I kind of want to add in more than 3 factions, but determining on, I'm just looking at how I'm going to make the road layout. The only problem with the road is that they're all squared. The railroads that we got are really nice, but they have curves, so that's really awesome. But I'm thinking for the sake of the city, what we're going to have is a subway. Players will be able to ride it with whatever we decide to use for in-game currency, just to save them time from running around and walking. They don't have to buy gas and worry about storing their car. Because that's another thing that we haven't quite figured out yet, is how we're going to do automobile security. Because as it is, if you build a car, you get a key, and then anybody will be able to take any car. It seems keys work for every car with the mod, so that's a little disappointing that they're not flagged somehow. Let's see what else. Okay, yeah, so I was thinking having underground parking garage here with like an elevator access right here into this lobby, and then maybe I'll just do a stairway. I'm not sure how I'm gonna work it out. I think most buildings use a stairway for like sub parking, and then come up into a lobby area where you'll have elevator access. Kind of feel like I want to make this whole wing taller, though. I'm not sure. It's just that I'm looking over here where I was building, and I'm thinking that realistically I'll only be able to get like 2 good sized apartments out of it. So I might raise the whole area up. I don't know. Like I said, I don't ever do any planning going into any of these builds. I just kind of throw them together. That's why you can see like I've got this pasted there, and trying to figure out overall how I'm going to work every shape into the building and make it look nice. I'm everywhere here on the project. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. Maybe a little garden on the inside. I don't know. I think it looks nice. So it looks like a little observatory when you step out from over here. It looks really cool. It looks like an observatory. So, yeah. That's it. This is my progress here. And, I'll make another video in a day or two. Show you guys what I've got done. I hope that you like it. Feel free to let me know if you have any ideas. I've decided to go with the green on the outside and red on the inside. I wish that there was purple, because I'd really like to do that, but unfortunately the default Minecraft purple just doesn't really look all that nice, in my opinion. It looks like bathroom tiles. Hardly what I'd consider a quality for something that's supposed to be a luxury development. And this wool just looks like riveted steel, so that's unfortunate. Everything else looks really nice, so these textures are awesome. Even if they do look like somebody went to Home Depot and just took a photo of of everybody's countertops and kind of just made a bitmap out of them. They're really nice, though. I really like these textures, the way these connect. See, this is what I'm using for the ceiling, but if you run it the other way, the textures connect, and these are the same thing. If you run them up instead of sideways, these make pillars. This is a really awesome texture pack. All different stained glass. The iron looks like iron and not like chunks of steel, which is cool, because we've got this that looks kind of like a riveted steel. Bathroom tiles and shenanigans like that. Yeah. So, oh yeah, and this one's really awesome. The redstone's animated. That's cool. That's really cool. All right, that's enough. So, yeah, let me know what you think of my construction so far, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.